I've been playing with Roger since I was 14, so it'll be 5 years since my last season. Roger instills a sense of discipline, a sense of hard work ethic, a sense of pushing yourself past your limits in a way that no other coach has ever pushed me, and he consistently strives for you to be the best person you can be on and off the court.
I was exposed to Roger 4 years ago, but have been year-round with him since my junior year. I've played on a lot of different sports teams, different sports, but the biggest thing is when I walk into this gym, there's a certain level of, there's a certain expectation.
So he teaches us more than just about volleyball. He teaches us about life, how to, how important studies are, what exactly a sport like this can get you in your future. Whether it be job opportunities or being able to go to a more prestigious college to play.
He's not afraid to yell at you or speak his mind.
The thing that struck me most about Roger was the professionalism, the high level that he was bringing to the game. And I think being a college coach and then coming and coaching younger players, his whole philosophy was that why are we dumbing down this game?
He sacrificed his professional career to start Pacific Rim, to coach initially his boys, and then it's become this place that it's touched others people's lives.
As soon as new people walk in the gym, though, they can notice just the intensity that he brings, the passion he brings to his teams.
Definitely it prepares you a lot more for college. He makes you think about the bigger picture. It makes you think about, oh, there's more than just like club volleyball. It makes you want to prepare you for college, stuff like that.
There's definitely a high level of expectation. He obviously wants the best for this club and the athletes that are here, and he looks for coaches that have that same desire. So he always pushes us and gives us the resources to be our best as coaches, to give back to the sport of volleyball and the athletes in volleyball.
And immediately, I mean, you get in there and you better be ready to work, because he expects 100% effort all the time. And I think this is what separates him and his programs, and has always separated his programs from anybody else's. And he truly does care about every single player, although it might not seem like it.
Roger just yelled at Joe for about 5 to 10 minutes on his birthday.
He easily has the most amount of yellow and red cards that any coach I know of. They just seem to like him too much, I guess. I'm not sure about that.
There's all these tiny little memories I have of Roger, just hilarious things, stuff he says when he's driving especially, because he can get pretty mad when he's driving. You want to be careful with Roger in the car.
We were just in the car, and he was in his little Mini Coupe, and he like zips around in it and stuff. And so we're at a stoplight, and we're just sitting there, and it's still red, and all of a sudden he just goes, and I'm like, Roger, I think the light was still red. He's like, what? It's like, I think the light was still red, and he goes, lights are just suggestions. You wait 10 seconds and you just go. I'm like, and at that moment I was like, oh my goodness, who is this guy? And I started freaking out. I was like, yeah.
My favorite memory with Roger would have to be when we won the bronze medal our 14th year. Not only because it came from such a place of we didn't have any expectations, but also that we were down 17 points in the first set, and I truly just believed that we were going to win no matter how far we were down.
Either when we went to the state championships and Cotty hit the leading ball out of bounds, or when he told our manager Seth to put on deodorant because he stinks so bad.
We had to be downstairs at 6 a.m. To get breakfast and then head down to the Convention Center warm up. And unfortunately, that did not happen with our room. We all of a sudden, out of I can hear it distantly because I'm still partly asleep. Hear the loudest knock I've ever heard in my life. Bam, 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 bam. Like, what the hell? And then I wake up and I just hear, damn! Like, we overslept. And then I run to, I move over to Micah because we were sharing a bed, and I start shaking him. And I'm just like, Micah, go get the door. And he's like, hell no. He's like, no way I'm getting that door. Shoot, okay, I guess I gotta go get the door now. So I like slowly walk over, get to the door, and then I throw the door open, go run and jump back in bed. And all of a sudden, craziest guy ever. What the hell is going on in here? This is just great. You've got to be kidding me. And it usually starts going off on us. And me and Micah were awake by this point, but Gage and John were on the other bed. They were still out. They were asleep. And he's just screaming at them. They're still asleep.
I'm a very heavy sleeper, and it's very, well, it takes a lot to wake me up, basically.
Gage is just like woken up. John just starts like grabbing random stuff, not know what he's doing. Looking like he's doing something because he still has no idea what's going on.
I get looking in the closet like, oh, I gotta look like I'm doing something. So does Sean.
Grabbing random stuff, not know what he's doing.
We were up in Clovis for a tournament, and Gage brought some fireworks, of course. And Roger was out with us lighting the fireworks off, and that was just a fun night. We were out in the middle of the field blowing up fireworks, and Roger came out with us in the court, and we launched some mortars off. So that was a fun night. That's a memory I'll never forget for sure.
If people don't know by now, Roger's an avid 49er fan. And we were back in Philadelphia, actually. And the 49ers were coming to play the Eagles, and Joe Montana was playing at the time. He was the quarterback. And I got tickets for Roger to go to the game, and I told him that he could take his roommate, who was an avid Eagles fan. I go, if you take me, it's a waste of the ticket. I said, take somebody who would really enjoy it. So they went to this game, and it happened to be this game that they still talk about today, you know, where Joe Montana makes this amazing 4-touchdown comeback in the fourth quarter, and Jerry Rice is catching balls, and, you know, Roger is in the stadium in his full 49er Gallia. I mean, he had jacket, belt buckle, 49er shoes, and he had people throwing food at him during the game and calling him names. He said it was the best day of his life.
So a lot of coaches were asking Roger, you know, how is he in practice? And Roger made me sound as good as he could, but I remember him telling me at Nationals, he goes, you know, I'm not going to lie to these coaches, you know, that's my reputation on the line as well. So you need to start stepping your game up in terms of being a leader on the court and stepping up in practice and stuff like that. And he goes, I know we're coming to it was the end of our 16th season. He goes, but going into next season, you know, I'm going to be expecting a lot more out of you.
Well, Roger would always call me out on everything. So I guess when I get called out on things, I know how to handle them better, or handle myself in situations that some people don't know how.
Roger's like, hey, you got to come in after school. I'll pick you guys up. So there's pretty much a 2-week time where we were in here every day for at least 2.5 hours, just getting reps, blocking reps mostly, because my hitting was okay.
He pushes me consistently every single day. Even when not playing with him, he's still challenging me to be a better person and be the best player and person on and off the court. So he's pushed me my whole life.
It was in practice. And this was, I think it's 18th year still. And I was playing right back. He goes in and he does his drill when he's on a box. He just starts hammering balls at you, just hammering balls. And when he gets mad at you, so he's like, and I was playing lazy that thing. He's like, all right, someone give me a box, bring a box over here. And you know, he's super hard on me, and I respect that though. So he brings a box over, and I'm like, and he's like, all right, get right back, Gage. I was like, all right, and I had to play like half court. And he just starts ripping balls at me. And then somehow, I guess I was lucky that day. I just started popping up with one hand, luckily. And I started cracking up. And then after that, he couldn't stop smiling, so he cracks up. But then we both started cracking up, and then he got even more pissed. So he just started hitting straight down on me for about 10 minutes straight. And I was like trying to dig. And then first he was laughing. He was like, is it funny now, huh, son? And I was just like, oh crap, well I shouldn't have laughed.
So both our kids have theme names. So when we were pregnant with Joe, in either case we never knew what the baby was until the baby was born. We didn't find out ahead of time. So always had a girl's name picked out, and when Joe was born, we knew his name was Joe, and Roger's family would tease us and say, "Oh, Joe Montana is his name," and ends up that Joe Montana is his name. So I wrote down every character out of every horror movie that I could think of: Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, and in Pet Sematary, there's this little boy named Gage, and he happens to actually be a towhead with blue eyes. Imagine that. But he's in this movie, and there's a character in the movie, a neighbor, that had this very deep voice, and in the movie would say, "Gage, is that you, boy?"
And then everybody usually like repeats Roger, like Gage, 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 Gage.
Basically, if anything goes wrong, goes to here, I hear like I'm like sitting on a couch and like halfway across the gym and it says, Gage!
Anything that ever goes wrong that he's unsure who did, the blame always goes on Gage.
Thank you, Roger, for everything you've done over these past 5 years, and happy birthday.
So from my family to you, from me to you, thank you, happy birthday, hope it's a good one. We love you, and we'll always be around. We'll always be swinging by Pacific Rim.
Happy birthday. You are, I'm not exactly sure how old you're gonna be, but keep doing it.
Roger, I want to wish you a happy birthday. I've probably been one of my closest friends, my mentor, and almost my second family for 5 years now, and more to come. You're always going to be a part of my coaching, and I truly appreciate everything you and Christine have done.
Happy birthday, Dad. Love you. Thank you for everything. Appreciate all you've done for me and look forward to many great memories. And hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much for everything. Shoots.
There you go.
Happy birthday from your senior partner. I'm only a year and a half older than you, but from where I look, it's all uphill for you. Again, happy 55th, and good luck.
I'd like to say happy birthday to you, Roger. Thank you for everything and opening up your home for me over the summer and the fall. You're one of the few coaches where I've seen that you really do care about your players on and off the court. I wish all the best for you, and I can't wait to come back and visit every summer and every Christmas break. Happy birthday, Raj.
Happy birthday, Roger. I'm looking at the camera at you. Happy birthday, Roger. I can't thank you enough. I definitely wouldn't be where I am right now if it weren't for you. And, yeah, you were a tough coach sometimes, but that was definitely necessary for someone like me. So thanks for always pushing me and I guess believing in me.
Happy birthday, Roger. I expect that, there'll be many, many more. The last couple years have been amazing years with the boys, the club, professionally for you. And, I'm just so happy to be part of it all. So have a wonderful birthday. We love you and hope to see you out there having a lot more birthdays.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Roger. Happy birthday to you.